you know, there was kind of two common themes that I saw. One of them is where's financing available, and the other one is what do we do with tax policy? You know, all the different tax policy ideas, and you know, I think we ought to get the laundry list together and share it with the legislature and have a dialogue about which one of those we think is the most efficacious in trying to get the 50,000 people in Idaho that don't have jobs back to work.
No question about it. Bill, if there are some companies or institutions that have already developed sort of best practices, but it seems to me one of the things that we've got a lot of little things, but nobody knows what the other person's got or doing. And maybe what we need to do is share that, have a focus where we can share that kind of information and render down a request to we have gone through absolutely every evolutionary step in trying to finance you, and we finally found one here somewhere, and maybe it's through a combination of things. Let me ask Gerald Leonard, have you ever written any of these bonds as a co-lender or co-capital developer with another lending institution in order to provide whatever the money that was needed? You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I think you're asking if we've ever taken a credit position, a partnership credit position on any of these.
A partnership. Somebody needed $100,000, and you figured out a way to loan them $35,000. Somebody else figured out a way to loan them another $35,000 and protect your both interests, secure your risk, and then somebody else. Well, pardon me? I want to be first.
That's where I want to be too. We've done that in the housing side, not on the economic development side.
Why?
Well, we're kind of new in the economic development area, and at this point, you know, our board wants us not to take any credit position or loan direct funds into these types of products. So we're basically getting everything sold off to investors or credit enhanced by banks, and not taking any kind of risk position or funding position in them at this point in time.
You pre-sell that?
We do.
Okay, thanks. But we got a long way to go in a short time to get there. So we've got to come up with somebody else's best practices. We've got to somehow figure out a way to short trail our development for where we need to go. And then, of course, as we go along, that'll have to be developed along the way. As the economy, of course, the economy comes back, and the banks. And I'm not suggesting the banks aren't lending, but the banks find it easier to place credit than they have in the past because there is more certainty, there is more predictability, and they find it easier to take the risk because remember, they're loaning somebody else's money. They're not loaning. It's not their money. They have to protect the assets of their depositors. But where we're going from here, folks, is when we get this completed. When we get the record, I should say, completed, you will be able to go through the Department of Commerce, find out exactly all of the testimony that's been provided, and the rendering that after we go through it ourselves and go through it with other agencies and probably other folks, and maybe in many cases come back to you panelists and ask you, do we have this right and is this possible? Then come up with an action plan for the implementation itself. But let me encourage you not to wait for us. You see something that you've heard today, and you can begin working that out now, and you need the participation, the encouragement of the Department of Finance, the Department of Commerce, the Department of Labor, the Governor's Office, whatever. Let's get that. Let's not be sitting around waiting for some silver bullet because it isn't there. And we need all the ammunition we can get, and you are the ammunition. So, once again, do you have anything you want to... Thank you all very much for attending today. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your interest. And once again, when we finalize this product and get an action plan ready, we'll be ready to share that with everyone. Thank you.